You'll get over heartache. You'll get over heartache. You'll get over heartache. Carry on, don't fear the fall, 'cause you'll get over heartache.
We're back, and thank you for tuning in to What's Happening Now with Laura. I must apologize off the bat for not being with you last week, and I want to also thank all of you who sent me messages to inquire if I was okay and to give me good wishes and all of that great stuff. I love you too. Thank you so much for your concern. But as you can see, I'm back and we're good. We have a few things that I want to touch on, or should I say that I want to vent. Let's start with common entrance. So results came out yesterday, and I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all of our students, the 2,000 plus of students who wrote the common entrance and got their results. Well, we have USE, which is Universal Secondary School Education, and it means that every student who wrote common entrance would have been placed at a secondary school. However, as you would expect, not every placement would be where you wanted to be. So for instance, you may have wanted to go to convent, but you may have missed the mark a little bit and be attending Hess or Castries Comprehensive, Viewfort Comprehensive, Sufra Comprehensive, whatever the school. So you might feel a little despondent and you may feel a little disappointed. Those of you who made it to the school of your choice, bravo to you, congratulations to you. But for those of you who missed the mark and did not realize the score that you wanted, or you're not going to be attending the school that you intended to attend in come September, I have this to say to you. This is just but the slightest ripple in the sea which is going to be your life. It is not the end of the world. As a matter of fact, it is the first step in a series of steps which you will be taking in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and beyond in the grand scheme, which is your life. So, you may have expected to get 80 plus, 90 plus, 70 plus, and you may have missed the mark a little bit. It's not the end of the world. You may have intended to go to Hess, but maybe you're attending Anthropo. It's not the end of the world. It's not where you start, but where you finish and how you finish, which matters. So, congratulations to all of you who succeeded your exams, and I want to say a special congratulations to my little cousin, Lael Andrew. Congratulations, darling. I know you're going to the school of your choice, and I also want you to remember, as I've said earlier, that this is but the first step in the rest of your life. Embrace the opportunity, make use of the opportunity, and use this as a stepping stone to outshine yourself. Don't worry about others, worry about yourself, outshining yourself, setting goals for yourself, surpassing those goals, knowing that you've given your best, and that is what's utmost important, that you've given your best, and the rest will follow. Having said this, I'm a little perturbed by the results because it has been reported that there was a slight decrease of 0.053 percentage decrease in the mean, the national mean. And that in and of itself is neither here nor there for me. You know, it's not a full percentage point. It's not even 5 percentage points decrease. I'm not too perturbed about that. What I am perturbed about is what the national mean is. At the very onset, I thought, oh, wow, 60%. That's not so bad. 60.09% is our national mean. That's not so bad. Then I thought about it, but wait a minute. This is just grade 6. This is just grade 6. We have students performing at almost 100%. I think our highest this year was 95%. We have students getting 95 and 94, 93, 92%. Why is it then that our national mean is only 60.01%. It means, therefore, that sufficient children out of that 2,000 plus students who wrote the exam got way below 60%. And that just dragged everybody else down. It dragged the 95s and the 93s and the 94s, the 86s and the 87s, the 85s, the 84s. It brought it down to an average of 60.09%. And I think that is very worrisome. Absolutely worrisome. It means that our children are missing something. And if we look, we will notice that there are pockets in St. Lucia, schools who consistently fall beneath the national mean. Beneath the national mean. And my question to the Ministry of Education is this: what are you doing? What are you doing to fix it? There is all these statistics being rattled off, but I don't necessarily see anything untoward being done with those statistics. I don't see any programs. I don't hear of any programs. I don't see any unveiling of any new strategies, a new curriculum, a new dispensation in the education system that will capture these children who are falling beneath the mean. And although they're falling beneath the mean, they're still placed at a regular secondary school. They're still sent to mainstream secondary schools. And that is worrisome for me as well, because it means if you are unable to grasp the concepts at grade 6, how will you be able to follow through in Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, through to Form 5? This is very worrisome for me. I would really love to hear from the Ministry of Education what their plans are, how they're going to ameliorate that, so that we can break off from that 60 percentage, the percentile, 60 percentile, and go up 70, 80%, because I think our children deserve, I think they can do that. But I think really and truly that the curriculum that we have as a cookie cutter response to our education needs is not meeting the needs of our people, of our children. I think that we are shortchanging them, and it shows in the examination results every year. Now, having said that, I will move across a little bit to a carnival. So, somebody said to me, you rich. And I don't mean rich as in R-I-C-H, but rich as in R-E-A-C-H. I say, how you mean? But you in a calypso? I said, but you in calypso, boy? She tell me, yes. I said, but how is it? What they sing? Well, they're not really singing about you, but you mentioned in the calypso. And I said, wow. So I listened to the calypso, and yes, my name was mentioned in the calypso, and I'm a lover of calypso, and I think it's quite fascinating. I mean, today of all, you know, I'm spoken about or referred to in a calypso, and it's quite a very crafty calypso, I must say. So is the singer, very, very crafty. But you know what? For the reasons I mentioned earlier, as it pertains to the common entrance results and other things, I think the Ministry of Education is one ministry, one department of government that really do shit. Yeah, really do shit. And, you know, some of you may think, oh, it just got pally. That's okay, because I will pally and get things off my chest every time. As long as there are teachers, there are principals, there are men and women in positions to shape and mold the minds of young ones, and rather than do that, take advantage. Rather than do that, they abuse the authority vested in them. Yes, Ministry of Education do shit. But enough of that. On Saturday, I attended the National Queen Show. And I must say, those of you who constantly watch my show over the last few years would know that every year around this time, I always say that I don't attend functions at the National Cultural Center anymore. And that is primarily because, in particular, the National Queen Show. And that is for no other reason than the sitting arrangements. I can't deal with it anymore. I am from the South. By the time I drive up, I am not going to be the first, the earliest bird in the house. And so I don't get the seats up front. I have to sit in the bleachers. I love to get dressed up in my finest dandan and my high heels, although my back is killing me, and attend the Queen Show, the National Queen Show. I love it. It's one of the things that I look forward to every year, or rather, I used to look forward to every year. But I just no longer can take the degradation of sitting on a bleacher in my finest dandan, to a pageant. To me, I think it's just ridiculous, so I've stopped attending. So lo and behold, this year, the National Queen Show found a new home at the Royalton. And I thought of sitting it out, but as it were, fate had other plans for me, and so I attended. And I was very happy to pull out my, lovely dress and put on my sensible heels, mind you, and take off to the Royalton. And I got there and I was like, wow, red carpet and all of that. And the outside of the place was looking very posh, very nice. And I entered and there I was looking at the stage, and I thought the stage was beautiful. But I couldn't find an usher anywhere. So finally somebody got an usher to me, and they're like, oh, there are no more seats. And I'm like, what? There were no more seats. And I noticed that something was inherently wrong, because when I got in, there were people standing along the walls. And I was like, why are they standing there? Maybe, whatever. But I'm looking for a seat, and I could see that there are empty seats peppered all over the place. But every seat is taken because the person is out to the washroom or out getting food or whatever. So there were no seats left. And so a nifty number of us had to stand throughout the show. And I deliberately did not leave because I wanted to see, I wanted to be a part of the whole pageant and to experience the departure from the norm. So here I was with my cousin, and she complained to someone on the outside that, there are no seats. And it's unfair to those of us who purchase tickets in advance and can't get a seat. And here is the person saying to her, well, the reason you can't get a seat is because you came in late. And you know how in the movies you hear that screeching, breaking sound? I heard that in my head because I thought that was an asinine response. I thought that was insensitive. I thought that was a very ignorant response, because if you cater for 700 people or you cater for 1,000 people, your venue can only hold so many people, then that's the number of tickets that you print out. And that's the number of tickets that you sell. And so if you've sold 700 tickets, would it behoove you to have 700 seats? Regardless of whether some people may or may not attend for whatever reason? The fact of the matter is, when you sold that ticket, you promised that patron that I would give you a seat to view the pageant, to immerse yourself in the pageant. So whatever else may have gone wrong, that answer is just a non-answer. That's a moot point. Because whether I am late or early, somebody would have come after me. If I'm early, somebody would have come after me. If 700 people came early, the mere fact that there were people peppered all about the place standing means that the last set to arrive, or the most unfortunate of us, would be without a seat, even though we were there before the appointed 8 o'clock start time. So, to Events Company of St. Lucia, I think you perhaps are moving in the right direction in terms of elevating the standard, the stature, the grandeur of the National Queen Show. However, I think you're dropping the ball a little bit. You cannot sell those tickets at the price that you're selling and expect people, and not just expect people, but you also telling people to come in formal wear. And a vast number of persons came in formal wear. And typically, formal wear means that you're going to come in your high heels. And a lot of us ladies love our pencil heels. And we love our 4-inch, 5-inch, even 6-inch heels. So can you imagine you're in a floor length ball gown or formal dress in your 6-inch heels and you're standing. And we know those 6-inch heels, I don't care how comfortable you are walking with them, they're not meant for standing for 4 hours. It really isn't. So we'll and come again to that person, part of the organization, who said the reason why you're standing is because you came late. You need to check yourself. Because that was not the best answer to give. Some people complained about the lighting, but really and truly, from being in the venue, I didn't really have a problem with the lighting. I think the lighting was really a problem with the carrier of the show. So whichever station was carrying it, I think that problem was theirs. A lot of people complained that the hype, the razzmatazz, the splendor that they expected wasn't there. That the hype that the show was billed for, they didn't get that. So um yeah, so the razzle dazzle wasn't there, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I think for me, the one that stood out was the fact that patrons had to stand. That is just not called for. You're coming to a show where you're asking your patrons to dress formally and you're having them standing. That's not good enough. Not at all. Not at all. So, this is my take on the carnival. So we're here right as we're about to get to the climactic release, the climactic point of the Vaval. And I have a very special guest in studio with me. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, I will introduce you to my guest who needs no introduction. See you on the other side of the break. Welcome back, St. Lucia. Well, I'm having so much fun tonight. It's unbelievable. And to think that when I stepped into studio, I was feeling so ill, so cold, so down. It's warm up in here so very much, you know. I'm just going to go straight into it. So, despite venting, my guest this evening is on a mile high. When sparks fly, it is Charlotte Show. And you know what I'm talking about. He says, give me that. Because there is no code. Headlining the euphoric U6. I don't have to say his name. You know his name. Help me welcome Mr. Tennyson. TJ John. Welcome.
That's an intro there. You give me a whole album.
Yeah, man.
You give me a whole album there. You know?
Yeah, man.
How
You know,
things?
yeah, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
How's it going with you?
Bless.
Wonderful.
Bless.
So it's here again.
Again,
It's,
I remember.
it's a whole year.
A whole year ago, we thought, nah, that's wrong. Eh? We can't wait until a whole year
Yeah,
for
man.
us to see each other.
Yeah.
So we here. We finally here again.
Wow.
U6, can't believe it's 6 years.
6
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
6 years.
It's beautiful. I can't complain.
Now, Teddy, I'm just going to go straight into
Yeah.
your latest contribution. Now, I'm going to tell you, Mile High was mine. I thought after
Yeah.
Mile High, you just could not. You broke the mold. You threw it away. You have no more words. You had no more.
Yeah.
Nothing else, and you
Yeah.
just threw that away and say, okay, after Mile High, it's just going to be substandard stuff after that. You just could not surpass. And then you came and started venting.
Venting.
Tell us about that.
For me, vent is simply life. Vent is everybody's story. And when we were putting it together, the music took me about 2 years to do.
For vent.
Yeah.
Wow.
I started the music on it. I was on the Uber Soca cruise. Because at the end, we normally perform.
I have a friend who goes every year.
Yeah.
Lisa
So
Monroe,
it's wicked,
she's
it's wicked.
always there,
It's wicked,
always
it's wicked.
there, always there.
And working on it, we started to talk about life, and I always wanted to be one of those that did music that surpassed a carnival period of time. Because the truth is, after carnival, everybody goes back to their regular, what plays on the radio, whether it be dancehall, whether it be, reggae, R&B, hip hop, whatever. And I just wanted my music to be able to surpass that. And I didn't want it to be like carnival music. I wanted to be something that can talk to your heart, something that can talk to your conscience.
That transcends.
And yes, that
because
transcends.
it's like songs like Black Man Feeling to Party
Yeah.
and those kinds of
Yeah.
songs. These songs were, I mean, some of the songs that I like, that I
Yeah.
jammed to, came out way before I was
Yeah,
even
yeah,
born.
yeah.
And they transcend the
Yes,
time period. And I
yes.
think that's what some of your music
Thank you.
does. And I mean, like I was saying to you off air, songs like Land of Wine, that's mine.
Yeah,
That's mine. I mean,
yeah.
I love that. But then it speaks to a part of me.
Yes.
It
yes.
speaks to a part of me, the
Yes.
part of me that a lot of solutions don't know,
Yeah.
that think, I don't go to parties, and
But everybody have that party side. Everybody have that kind of,
exactly. But then you come out with something like Palais, or you come out with something like Ale, and that's the other thing. You take our culture in small doses and
Yeah.
introduce it to
And
the
feed
rest
it.
of the world,
Yeah.
and they understand,
Yeah.
even though they don't speak French or
Yeah.
patois or anything like that, and they feel it.
People used to ask me what did Ali mean, and I told them the word is always there. It's just how you is how you conceptualize it is what you use it for. And for me, I didn't want to call the song Palais. I wanted to call it Vent, because the truth is, sometimes you really want to tell somebody out sometimes. You really want
We
to,
all
we
do.
all want to do play like in do play like you all want to, we all want to tell somebody out. We all want to sometimes let somebody have a word.
Yes,
We all want to
yes,
do it. So
yes.
my thing is that say what you feel, say what you want to say. And the truth is, people talk about you and they have absolutely no idea who you are. They don't know what you do to feed your family. They don't know how you pay your bills. They don't know how many jobs you had to work. You have a school loan. They don't know how many jobs you had to do to pay a school loan.
They don't
think
know
you
the
have a
thoughts
silver
that you
spoon.
have.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
They don't know
Yes.
thoughts running in your mind, whether it be
Yes.
suicide. They don't know nothing.
Yes.
But yet still people have that thing about you, and then they want to judge and feel that, you know, they have the right to judge who you are. But you never walk in my shoes. You can't tell me
Exactly.
something that you've never, you know, seen me gone through. They don't see you when you cry. They don't see when you
And
know.
even those persons once perceived to have a silver spoon in their mouth, just because somebody was
Yeah.
born more fortunate than other people, doesn't mean that they don't have their own issues. You know, I remember years and years and years ago when I first came back to the chef from
Yeah.
Canada, I used to dress funny in our Sin Mission
yeah.
context. I used to dress funny.
Yeah.
I used to wear these boots
Yeah.
with these dresses,
Uh-huh.
short dresses, and I used to just go about my business. I don't care. And I remember one time walking and somebody said, "Kimoni Kwaye," and I'm
You
like,
see, now that is the thing.
I am being me.
head
I
at
am
the-
being me.
You decide. Okay, you work hard. You decide to get your hair done. You decide to buy
Yeah,
your
yeah,
outfit.
yeah,
you bought
yeah,
it for silver
yeah,
spoon.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what? Not to. Okay. So not to take care of yourself. You know.
Yeah.
Not to keep yourself looking a certain way.
Yeah.
Don't keep yourself
oh,
on,
but
a, on,
then
a,
even
on a high.
then, you can sake we ve, you know, don't like
telling
it,
you, it's-
all these kind of things they say,
Yeah.
and I think this song is so apt because it transcends not just class, but it
Yeah.
transcends age as
Yeah.
well. Because I think young teenagers
Yes.
can relate to the song
Yes.
as well. Because
Yeah.
even in school they have the issues, you know, because you maybe got 90% in school. Oh,
That's
she's
if
a
you
geek.
if you saw the video, when we did the video, and I want to big up Logo and Danielle Dubois on that with me, and she has an amazing a new bunch of actors called she has a group called Drama Can, and this was actually their first gig, you know, dramatizing, and we sat down together and we spoke. I told them the vision as to what, you know, I wanted to do and how I wanted it to be. I wanted it to talk about life experiences. You know, you go in whether it be a hairdressing salon or barber shop, you know, that kind of vibe. You hear talking in there.
Yes.
In school, sometimes you have like the scene in the school where the guy came to the store to sell his CDs and sell certain things, and you know, they thinking like he taking the money to go and smoke. By the time he got the money to go get a Bristol board to finish a project that he had to do in school. So I took it from both the grown-up point of view and the teenagers' point of view.
And
where
that's what I
everybody
like
could review.
about your music, and I think that's what I like about your vibe, is that you're not catering to just one
Yeah,
niche.
everybody-
You're catering to everybody in its own way.
everybody.
The same song
Yeah.
touches
Yes.
and
yes.
resonates with different people,
Everybody,
different groups
yes,
of people.
yes.
And I remember last time you were here, you were relating to us the story of you getting away from the Bam Bam.
Yeah,
because-
I had a cool out in that.
And a
Yeah.
lot of people would think that coming away from that, you take
Means
away
you
the
lose.
danceability, the likability of the music, because that's, let's face it, we're kind of a bacchanal people like that.
The truth is, it was scarier to do. When my management, Darwin and Dali and the team, when we were talking and tried to get me to change up lyrics, and I was like, nah, I was like, no. I was like, if people, like, I started singing songs like Spread Love. You know, I never sing a love in a soca, and I know what hair is about and how certain things. So I wanted to change certain things, and it was hard to do at first, but I got accustomed to, you know, bit by bit changing up.
But you're a
still giving
chameleon
little-
in and of yourself,
Yeah.
because your first foray into music was
Yeah.
not into soca.
No,
You
no,
did
no,
your R&B and your
yeah,
gospel.
It was gospel, it was jazz,
Yeah,
but more
yeah.
jazz because I grew up in church and did all that kind of stuff. I probably have a whole gospel album there too. Back on yet. But it was more with jazz music.
Yes.
You know, I used to do that a lot. I got opportunities to open for different people with Richard Payne Francis, Rob Taylor gave me a shot, Barbara Cadet gave me a shot, Boo. Just, you know, but it's only when I got into the soca music.
That
in
a lot more doors
2007,
opened for you.
it opened up. So people was like, where does the eye come from? But I was always
Always
there.
there.
It's just that
Yes.
when I started doing soca music with Coming Down the Road and
Yeah.
Wind Up On Me After,
Yes.
you know, it
I will never forget the Blue Mango thing where you spoke about when you sang Philip Mosozoy, I think it was,
Yeah,
or
it-
one of
it-
those.
one of them, let me tell you
and I
something.
really love that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it
I learned, but you have to hear the story too, because if you saw the way I didn't know how to write it, so you had to see how I used to write it. So I preparing for a whole show going Paris with Blue Mango, and it's real French. I had to sing, but
Right.
the way I write
Write
it,
it,
you
right,
will be
right.
ashamed of me.
well,
but it's all right.
well, no, because it happens.
Yeah, I
to,
get it done.
It happens to all of
Yes.
us. So U6.
Oh.
We're here.
All right.
What can we expect
Wow.
for U6?
Wow. U6 for me is a home where everybody meets under this umbrella of love. And we just share that vibe. We just share that, that experience with everybody. There's a couple of new things that we, added to U6 this year. Number one, which is very important to me, we have something that we do to the kids called sound check. Sound check is where I noticed doing school tours, there are a lot of kids that's probably into music school, the School of Music have stuff that happens with Richard, the director. People don't really get a chance to see what goes into full productions, what goes into probably the setting up of the venue, the instruments, how we set up this, how we set up that. So we wanted that opportunity to give back and have the kids. We wanted to do it for 50 kids, but the truth is 200 coming.
Wow.
Tomorrow. So tomorrow in the day, about 11 o'clock, we're going to be up there with an hour with them and introduce them to the guys, introduce them to the band, introduce them to
I
the
really
team.
wish my kids were closer,
Yeah,
because then I would,
yeah.
because these are the kinds of opportunities that I think kids from the South
Yes,
really
me
miss
too.
out on.
And that's
yeah.
the truth. That's the truth. There's nobody really in the South that can get them up here. So we doing that tomorrow, and it's a way of inspiring, because everybody that know me know it in school. I used to go to Sarah Simmons, and everybody knew that Teddy was the one that used to beat drums on the desk, or the one that used to sing in assembly. Like, they knew what I would have done. You understand? So my thing is that don't give up on your kids, or support them in what they want to do, because you never know. We tend to probably force our kids to go down a certain way, where a passion for them, they have a passion for something different. So that vibe with Soundcheck is us giving back to the kids and letting the kids know, hey, this is what you can actually do and be good at it. But it takes a lot to come out and do, okay, you see how that drum set up there? If you set up that there a different way, how that, what the tuning up there. So just different things to get them involved.
And you'd be surprised to see that those very things, those very technical things,
Yeah.
encourages them to stay in school and
Yes,
do well in
and
school,
do-
because
yeah.
there is a certain theory behind it.
Yes.
Tested, tried and true. So you have to have that.
Basically what they get into is sort of like a practical
Right,
before the
right,
theory. So you it's like driving.
Yes,
you have your theory and you have
yes.
your practical. Some
Right,
people have
right.
learned to
You
drive
do the practical first and
before
then-
you get there. Yeah. So we doing that and just giving back, to them. We're pretty excited about that. There's a component of a fashion show. You understand, in there as well. It's beautiful, sponsored by Revlon. It's just amazing. Bandbox is another designer that we dealing with as well with her fashion. It's just different things that we added. The entire place is going to change up.
Now, I spoke with one of your crew,
Yeah.
your
What
I
was
wouldn't
it?
say your crew,
Southend.
but I spoke with one of your, I want to use the right word. Anyway, she knows herself.
Yes, she knows.
She knows herself. She knows
Yeah,
herself.
yeah.
So I spoke with this particular young lady,
Yes.
and I said to her, what's the lineup? So she sent me I said, wait a minute. It's like y'all have something against women? Where is the female injection into euphoria? I mean, after all the Bam Bam songs, I don't think it's men Bam Bam you were singing about it.
I know.
And and I say, no, where's the women?
Yeah.
Where are the women?
The women there.
So why are you not injecting them in the
we'll inject
thing?
them. Well, come on the night. Come on the night. Come on the night.
And you're
Come
giving
on
the,
night.
and
Nah.
that's all I'm getting.
Yeah, that's all. I'm just saying, come on the night. I think the buzz, honestly, the buzz this year for Euphoria is something I've never seen. What I'm excited about is that new faces, people that has never been to it before, would stop me in the streets and tell me, Teddy, you don't know what this year your music is.
But
like.
I'm telling you,
Everybody,
Vent,
yeah.
I think that song Vent is gonna encourage a lot of people,
Thank
a lot
you.
more people
I
to
think
come.
I call it the people's song.
I see people
I-
Saturday, I mean, of all the things, you stand there, I'm tired, I want to go home,
Yeah.
like I just want to go home, and then you come on and I see, and then I say, you tell the DJ, just take the music down, and then
And I
everybody
just give the mic and I
I'm like, this song
Yeah.
came out yesterday.
yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah.
And they're singing it word for word. So I really think you have it right. You have the right formula, the right music, the right writing, the right team.
I learned a lot. The truth is, I get nervous all the time before I put out something. Sometimes we in our team, we overthink things a lot. Sometimes we have to be in a position to say, all right, guys, just let it go. And you never know what will happen. When I see the reaction of people, you know, to the song, and to everybody have their track. There's people when they see me, the first thing is Charlotte Show. Me and Ricky, they're
Now we have to come back to it.
You understand? There's another one I'll say Throwaways. That one, because the Throwaways is my version of what a Denry, you know.
Yes,
so
yes,
I
yes,
decided
yes.
to mix it up a little and put Teddy on it.
Right,
you know,
right.
that kind of vibe. And then you have Living It Up, you know, produced by King Bubba.
And
that,
you know, let me tell you, I have a note. Living It Up, when I first heard Living It Up, I thought it was, what's his name? Kevin Yearwood? What's his name?
Edwin,
Edwin. I thought it was him.
Yeah.
I said, but wait a minute. Then you're singing, and I'm like, but wait a minute. Now how he's sounding like Teddy Sinso.
Yes.
And then now I'm like, who sings this song? I was very confused.
Yeah.
And that's one of the other things that I like about your music.
Yeah.
You change it up sufficiently enough that you have your
Yes.
own essence, your own
Yes,
flavor to it,
yes.
but it sounds fresh.
You can know it's me because you go hear lisp. If you know it's me, you know my mouth close.
And my
So you
sister,
go get it,
and my
yeah.
sister just told me today
Yeah.
that she has never heard your lisp so much as when you sing Vent. I just have a lot of S.
Yeah, I tell the writers already, don't give me S's. You all know already, though. Hello, don't play that. They're trying to mess me up, you know. I tell them, no, don't do me that. Because, I want it to be nice. I don't want to mess up your mic when I sing in. Yeah.
But it sounds good. It comes out good.
Thank
I mean,
you.
and that's your own flavor. But it's Living It Up. I really thought it was Edwin Yearwood.
you.
I
Yeah,
really,
well,
I mean, he's fantastic
Yeah.
in his own right. I mean,
Yeah. Well, it's good to be, you know, I mean.
I really thought it was
to be
him.
compared there. So if
I
if
really
we
thought
do
it
that,
was
I'm
him.
happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
Yeah, I really thought.
Yeah.
And then Chalet Show, going back to that,
Yeah.
I said like, wow. Last year, I remember thinking to myself, will we ever get those two big giants together?
yeah.
And then it's like you read my mind.
Let me tell you, with Charlotte Show was supposed to come out last year. When I sent the demo for Cutty was so excited. Cutty and they wanted to bring it out last year and do it. I said, nah. I said, let us take our time. Let us refine some of the tones. Let's fix up some of the lyrics. Because we had things that we were not, you know, we did it. I was in a different studio. He was in a different studio because of how our touring schedules does be. And we took a chance. We said, okay, guys, we are moving this weekend. You understand? We staying home and we fix it. So Ricky and I got together. Ricky is somebody for me that I used to chill out and watch Ricky, you know, in Soca Monarch. I remember when Ricky had Mr. Undertaker. I wasn't singing Soca yet. I used to chill out by the little, you know, the sound booth and just watch and see. So Ricky's been in that long before me, and it's like, you know, out of everybody probably in that era, you know, of music, Ricky and I, you know, are the ones that's probably in the forefront. We there, and it was just the right time for us to do what
It really is
we had to
amazing.
do.
And I'll tell you another comparison.
Yeah.
Because my ears heard things. It's just hearing things. When I first heard Chalet Show, I said, "That coming on good, old boy, Ricky T and Teddy." And then I heard, you remember that song years ago, Dirty Wine, and it had that music, that thing.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
my
Oh,
gosh!
Lord.
I'm telling
I
you.
know. Wait, so when you had wait.
Yes,
Okay.
I heard Dirty Wine.
Okay, Lord.
You know.
Your ears nice. Your ears nice.
I heard Dirty Wine, and I said, "Wait,
Yes.
Chalet Show."
Chalet Show.
Yes.
I hate
yes.
them, but a lot of
Yes.
people were waiting for that, you know, connection with me and Ricky. That video, we're gonna shoot that video most definitely, because
But
that is
I
something
can't
that's
wait
going
for
to
it.
be.
I
Yeah,
think
the
that
concept for that
yeah,
one is
yeah.
something out of this world.
yes.
But it just shows two sons of St. Lucia that we represent.
Picking in
yeah,
your different
yeah,
genres and
yeah,
just
yeah.
bringing it together
Bringing
and
it
collaborating.
together
That's that's what collaborations are all
yes,
about.
Yes, and we represent home wherever we go. So
Absolutely.
you know.
Wow. Amazing.
Yes.
I would just love it. I mean,
Thank you.
you take it everywhere all the time,
Thank
and
you.
it's uniquely you.
It's
I mean,
beautiful.
it's uniquely you. It's everything. We're due for a break, but when we come back, we'll have more with my guest, Teddyson John. Stay tuned.
People have no idea what you do, they don't know who you are, but yet still they talk about you. Do good, they going to talk. Do bad, they going to talk. They're gonna talk regardless. So what are you gonna do? You gonna stop doing you? I don't think so.
Yo, Teddy, say what you want to say.
Something on my chest, I want to express it. Let me ask you a question. Can I say what I want to say? I wanna say what I want to say. Can I say what I want to say? I really wanna say it. People don't know ya, but they won't judge you. They talking about ya. Must be something about you. Smile in your face and talking you bad and making up things that far from the facts. Why you talking and talking and talking about me? Talking about me. I'll be pressing on, doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me. Off of me, off of me, off me, off of me, off of me. Keep on talking, yoka bale, 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 bale. Talk me, yo bale, 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 bale. Keep on talking. You think it easy? They bad mind and envy. Take a walk in my shoes. Then let me hear you. They playing safe.
People have no idea what you do, they don't know who you are, but yet still they talk about you. Do good, they going to talk. Do bad, they going to talk. They're gonna talk regardless. So what are you gonna do? You gonna stop doing you? I don't think so.
Yo, Teddy, say what you want to say.
Something on my chest, I want to express it. Let me ask you a question. Can I say what I want to say? I wanna say what I want to say. Can I say what I want to say? I really wanna say it. People don't know ya, but they won't judge you. They talking about ya. Must be something about you. Smile in your face and talking you bad and making up things that far from the facts. Why you talking and talking and talking about me? Talking about me. I'll be pressing on, doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't. insisting on doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like me. So tell them keep their eyes on me. Off of me. Off me. Off me. Keep on talking. Yo, capale, vale, 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 vale. Hear me talking. Yo, vale, 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 vale. Keep on talking. Can I say what I
Welcome
want
back
to
to
say?
Lucia. Thank you for staying tuned to what's happening now with Laura. I think I'm having a blast off air than I am, even more of a blast off air than I am on air. It's just amazing chatting with Teddyson, and there's so much that we can talk about. And I think our on-air time is not sufficient. So that's why every time we come back on air, I'm always laughing.
Yes.
Because, you know, he's a comedian in his own right. So humble, too. That's the thing about it. So, Teddy.
No, I want to interview you. I want to interview you because you were telling me about your experience
Yes.
of Euphoria. Let me hold the book to act like. Yes, so I want to make sure you let me. Laura, thank you for coming to my show. This is U6 TV. Sorry, DBS. So can you just tell me what was your experience like at Euphoria last year?
Okay, last year.
Yeah, the mic is yours. The floor is yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year, well, if those of you who have been watching continuously would have known that we did the Winner Date with Laura.
Yes, Winner Date with Laura.
Right, so we did that, and I had a blast.
You had a line of people there.
But it was difficult to choose. As a matter of fact, I chose my date because he actually came to make his
You serious?
argument, yes, in person.
We busting that tonight. Winner Date with Laura part 2 tonight. Yeah,
He
Winner Date.
found me and made his argument in person, and and that's where U5 started for me from that interview. So I was like, whoa, that's amazing. So I chose this particular person to go with. And I was just telling you, Euphoria is the only show that I think that I attend on time.
Because you don't want to, you see,
It's the
you don't
only
want to
show.
miss, you don't want to miss anything.
Yes.
So from the time the first band, you see, they have nothing called I don't find no
Opening
band.
act,
opening
yes,
act.
nothing like that.
Everybody's a
It's
vibe
just,
like that together.
Yes, it's and that's one of the beautiful things about it. There's not an opening act and a closing act.
Yeah,
It's
vibe.
a seamless
Yes.
flow. It's like Teddyson and Friends,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
coming
yeah,
on
yeah.
and you're singing with everyone. And I think that was one of the most beautiful things because you
you.
sang with Her Black
yeah,
and
all of them. Yeah,
Kawin,
yeah.
and it's just like amazing. And I didn't want to even go for drinks. It's
I
like,
telling you.
I couldn't be bothered. I just wanted to be there. And I was in an awkward position because it was really right near the speakers. I don't know why I stood there. But I was having an amazing...
Pattern, sir. Your head can be inside of the speaker. You don't care. It's you see.
It's one of those things where you get in there and you forget about everybody else.
Ladies and
you
gentlemen,
don't
a true
see
testimonial. Let me tell you, the
anybody.
testimonial going on there.
You don't see anybody.
Yes.
You don't see face.
Yeah.
You just
Nothing.
glued. I don't even want to take my eyes off the stage.
Look at that.
You know, I don't even want to dance this way at an
Amen.
angle because I'm going to miss the stage. What's
Preach it,
happening?
sister. Preach it,
It's
sister.
amazing. And I think from the very first Euphoria that I attended, I was a bit late.
Yeah.
And I missed a couple of things. And my friends were telling me, but you didn't sit. And I was like, never again. So it's the only show that I'm always on time for.
I
From
think
the first beat, from the first drum roll, I am there.
the difference between Euphoria and everything, because it had different changes from Love Passion Music. When we started with Love Passion Music, I remember the question was put to the team, guys, why do we really want to do it? You know, that was because of our love, our passion, and what was our passion about music. We just wanted to put a little CD together to you know, a couple of songs. I told Darwin I want to do something, and you know, we decided to put a little concert, a little launch. The launch to the 1,500 people. On a first day,
Oh my God.
I remember driving up to Gaiety, and I started to cry because I couldn't understand
It's
the
overwhelming.
amount of the lines of vehicles. I said, nah, it can't be for us, you know, it can't be for that. And it's like we opened up something that you know, was needed here. And I couldn't do it alone. I have an amazing team, a crazy creative director.
And you know what's even more amazing about it, Teddyson? You're a son of the soil.
Yeah.
You're not a foreign imported act. You know, like you expect a Marshall to pull that kind of crowd. But in the past, we've never had a local artist pull that kind of put that kind of production together.
I just appreciate.
You're a pioneer in your own right, although there are lots that came before you.
Yeah, I just appreciate everybody allowing me to live a dream, you know, because, you know, when you're young, you see people, or like I always wanted to be on stage shoots and people coming out to see something, and then we were able to create this, you know, the creative director, Darwin God, and his craziness. Sometimes, I remember when we were at Salmon's Park, where we call it the Salmon's Garden, Darwin called me in the middle of the night. Darwin came, Teddy boy, come and see that, come and see that. He's like, what you seeing? I was like, boss, we got there early in the morning. What you seeing, Teddy? I seen cows, I seen horses, I seen a cow down there, I seen police migrate, mosquito. He tell me, trust me, we changing it. And then when they cut out the grass and we snap a picture of just a tree in the middle of the park, and that was a place that we created. When we said Salmon's Gardens, everybody was like freaking out, like, where is that? And really only wants to move it in the back and do something. So the team I have is amazing. Darwin, Dahlia, Usha, you know, it's just my band members, everybody, like, we have our roles as to what we do to make it work. You know, I have a hard-working team. People don't see the struggle. They don't see the late night rehearsal.
We don't want to know that.
Yeah, but it's a lot.
We'll pale, you know, pale.
But I've just been fortunate to grow and keep growing and keep a team around me that can, you know, keep you grounded. From even before soca, you know, I always had people around me that was okay. You know, sometimes you feel you come and kill something and you do that and they tell you, hey, but you know what, it didn't make no sense. So, you know, have a way you can always fix. So it's a thing for me where we continuing to learn. It's not everything that we're gonna get right. Everything that we got licks on last year, every year we try our best to fix it, so that the patrons, you know, would have a good time. So we hear you, patrons, and we've done our best to put on something which is going to be amazing. I
look forward to it. I look forward to it because I think I had the feeling last year. What can he do now to better this? Like, this is it. There's not going to be a U6. This is it. 5 years. That's it. It's lived its life.
But you know, last year, imagine this. If I had to be honest, I was a little upset with last year because there was still a couple of glitches, you know, that didn't happen the way it was supposed to. But when you hear people like Teddy, every year people tell me, Teddy, I don't know how you're going to surpass that one day.
Teddy,
you see that one day?
I'll tell you something that I tell my girls all the time. Only you know what is supposed to happen. We come in for a spectacle and we get a spectacle and we don't care about. But wait a minute, we're not looking for that. It's loud, it's big, it's fantastic. There's this it's what we pay our money to come to. So the little things that you we really care about that. That's for you guys to stress about.
I think that's just us and the way when we do our postmortems and we figure out. Sometimes I'm one of those that directly involved in especially the band and the production, you know, of it. So sometimes when a QA happen or a light go on at the time it's supposed to, I love music so much that I used to try to see the way the big guys do it, the big stars do it. I know we had that kind of infrastructure in St. Lucia, but I try my best to bring, you know, something as close, you know, to something like that where people can see like, wow, that can actually happen here.
But I think that's why you're able to surpass every other year, every year, because you know what the glitches are and you try to fix it and you try to better it. So when we come, the glitches are fixed and we get a little something extra.
Yes.
But we don't know that, you know. You see what I'm getting at?
Understood.
I think that's why. But I think, honestly, I will say to you, I will say in front of all of St. Lucia, I think this year is going to surpass last year. And I think because Vent, you pulled that rabbit out of the hat. I
I truly appreciate it. I appreciate the support of every every fan, every supporter, the emails, the messages underneath the video. We released the video, and from there it's just been something that I just wanted something to touch people, and yeah.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to have to do our little winner date with Laura and whatever.
Yeah, that happened in there part 2. You had a good one. You had to tell them about the date. She had a good one there. We had part 2 tonight. Yeah.
We're going to talk about it. I'm going to touch that in a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to touch that in a little bit. So let's go back a little bit. 2015, you had Ali.
Yeah. It was 2015, 2016.
2015, 2016, yeah. Because you came out in 2015, but
Yes,
you
went
international soca with it in the following
yes.
year. You weren't there this year.
In Trinidad? No, we were there, but we didn't take part. We didn't register for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we see a repeat of Ali with
Of course.
Pali?
Of course. It's
Vent.
Yeah, of course. Because
you know it's going to be rechristened, right?
Yeah, I know. It's already been, hitting the airwaves,
Yes.
Over there and doing what it has to do. So I find like organically the track is just doing what it has to do. And that's what's surprising me. Is that just without doing nothing, just doing the video and the song and no extra promotion to say that you're really behind a track and you say, okay, that is that one, and so I find it's just doing what it has to do, and it's just rooting out, and I'm just excited that
Remember that song that came out, Because I'm Happy?
Yes, Pharrell, yeah,
right.
yeah.
I could see that. I remember during that time there were all these videos coming out with people
singing it,
singing it and performing
like
it. Yes. I see that happening, and it started already because I watched a video today on Facebook with our very own Shamak, and he was getting on
Somebody
and dancing his thing,
right.
and I'm like, play yourself, because I understand how he feels, because I feel the same.
Everybody is owning the song, and is owning the song so much that they see themselves in it. People talk about they trying to do what they're trying to do, and people don't know. So I can truly say it's the people's song, and it's the people's anthem.
The people's anthem.
It's the people's anthem.
It's the people's anthem. It is absolutely hands down the people's anthem.
I'm grateful.
So we've vented a lot about Vent.
Yeah.
Tell us who's coming.
Oh Lord!
Tell us who's coming.
We have a cast that is very diverse, and a couple of new people that I'm excited to introduce over here. We have Marvey from Barbados. I call Marvey. I call Marvey like the John Legend of we call him like the classy man. Like he has that, So Marvey is really coming out to do something and do an amazing number. There's somebody I'm very happy to be introducing here for the first time, Turner. From Trinidad. Turner sounds. He has a song. Chiba.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Song.
Yes.
And his voice is what you hear. What you hear on a track is what you're going to get. Sometimes
yes. You clean it up a lot. If I go into the studio, you have a lot of work to do. Right.
Turner is the real deal. And for Turner to be coming and blessing us, on that night, it's beautiful. We're bringing back the 3-time monarch, voice is going to be here.
Amazing.
With that kind of inspiration.
And he is like you in a sense, because every song that he's sung when he's won this title is not a bacchanal typical
song.
It has a message.
It has a message.
And for someone so young, I mean...
Exactly. So
amazing.
The path of what we're trying to do and accomplish, it is, happening. I'm bringing I call him a living legend, Blacks, because
listen. I love, even before Hug, there was another song that he's
Lego.
Oh my gosh.
Lego, spread your hands and Lego,
and every time I'm spreading my hands and let go, because I think Blacks is amazing, and I think he's underrated a lot. A lot of people, he's really flown a lot under the radar.
He is. I have the opportunity and the prestige opportunity to work with the All Stars in Trinidad, because I'm one of the members, the front house members, frontline members of the All Stars. I was the latest one, so it's myself, Ricardo Drew, Blacks and Tizzy. So I'm the only St. Lucian in there.
Nice.
But it's beautiful because I get to learn so much from him in terms of performance and arguments and how you interact and how you're not too old to learn. So he's one in the game that normally, a lot of people pass through Roy Cape, Destra pass, Marshall pass, everybody pass, Ola Tunji, Charles, everybody, so it to be taking that advice from him and applying it to what I do here, I have a better feel like when I'm on stage and when I can converse with the crowd and get some people zone in and get them to understand what you're saying and not talk slowly and make and sometimes there are artists that go have a conversation.
Yeah.
So I learned that from Blacks and one of my other mentors that's come in is Mr. Kerwin Dubois.
Oh my gosh, he is amazing. And I think he's amazing on so many different levels.
Yeah.
He's a singer, songwriter. He's written so many hits
Laura,
that we don't even know is ascribed to him.
Laura,
It's amazing.
the amount of careers Kerwin has made, Kerwin wrote and produced with Les Fakes. He's a writer, a singer, and a producer. That's why I have respect for him. So he's not one where, a lot of sometimes you have artists that, okay, you get a bunch of emails, you get a bunch of demos, and you just come and you choose whichever one. So you get a singer that gives it to you, you get a producer that doing it for you, and then you just have to come and sing. I watch this man because it's just funny how God has blessed me with the opportunity. People that I look up to in the industry before is people that I work with on a constant basis. I got to produce the Haze Rhythm with him, Give Me That, and Fetland and all that kind of stuff with the GNKS. And I watched go in, get tones, put music together. So I'm like a sponge.
Yes,
just sitting
absorbing.
around, absorbing how it's done, what tones you use to give that emotion, what is that you use to put a hook. So, I learned a lot from him, and we just maintain that close, relationship. And it's just a privilege to have him, with us again.
Amazing.
And,
the cast is just so... It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Everybody brings a little bit to the table.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
I should be right there.
The national cast mad do,
Tell us about it.
Lord, we got DYP, the ever
Oh,
super.
wow.
Let me tell you something. DYP, I remember the last time DYP was with us was at Gaiety. DYP was at Gaiety, and they had like Invader, that that
Yes,
kind of vibe there.
yes.
So DYP coming out, with Arthur, we got some of the new and upcoming talent. People like Shemi J that's been doing very well this year. And look out, Shemi J and I gonna be doing some work. I can say that because he's an amazing and humble. His attitude, is amazing. We got Shemi J, we got Black Boy. From the Denry vibe,
Yes,
Black.
yes.
I feel Black Boy is one of the most underrated Kuduro artists. You understand, lyrical content. He wicked. You can't touch that. You understand. You have that. We also have Wildfire and Superman Pringles.
Nice,
you understand in there
Very
as
nice.
well. So it's just a nice. Bouillon of
Right.
of
So you
music.
have your local boys and you have your
Yeah,
imported guys, and
yeah,
they're all
yeah.
top of the game in their
Yes,
own right.
yes,
And
yes.
that's going to be such a beautiful mix.
Beautiful. The production of the dancers, want to big up the Silver Shadow dancers.
Oh my gosh,
You
it's like
understand?
you get the vocals, you get the
Yes.
the performance from the
Yes,
artists themselves,
yeah.
and then you get
the show. It's
Yes.
amazing. That's one of the things that Darwin is known for in infusing, that kind of vibe.
and then you get all the different kinds of dance. You get the
Yes.
ballet type of thing, you get the
Everything.
stilt walkers,
Last year, one of my favorite parts of the show was the ballet,
Yes,
and it was something that people never saw.
exactly.
you know.
And it's just the way it was infused. It felt right. It
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
seamless.
yeah,
And
yeah.
while I was watching that on stage,
Yeah.
there were those mocha jumbies coming from the set, and I didn't know where to look.
Yeah.
What?
You just stand up and you.
Yes.
Ah.
It was an explosion of feelings and emotions and everything, and you
Beautiful.
just came off feeling good.
It's a euphoric feeling.
It's a euphoric
Yes,
feeling.
yes,
Euphoric
yes.
feeling. We'll take our final break. And when we come back, we'll open the lines.
Hey, we're not dead. Oh God, look at
We'll open the lines, so stay tuned for that. See you on the other side of the break. Oh my gosh.
Hey, hey, start it now. Hey, let we do it now. Step forward, I move forward. I step forward. Everybody, alle, 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 alle. It's time to get up and start moving. Alle, 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 alle. Leaving all your problems behind it. Alle, 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 alle. We pressing on to our victory. Alle, 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 alle. Oh, yeah. I woke up this morning and I feeling nice, but the path that I chose comes with battles to fight. As long as I'm living, my future is shaping, and where I am heading, got no time for problems. All the weight on your shoulder, that's it all. Put the problems behind you, that's it all. If you fall down, just get up and that's it all. Get your head out the dirt and that's it all. When they try to badmine you, rush it all. And they talking behind you, rush it all. Don't let nothing bother you, rush it all. Put your hand in the air and everybody, alle, 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 alle. It's time to get up and start moving. Alle, 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 alle. Leaving all your problems behind it. Alle, 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 alle. We pressing on to our victory. Alle, 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 alle. Oh, yeah. There we go. What happens now?
Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned to What's Happening Now with Laura and my guest, TJ. The lines are open now. The number to call is 4519877, or you can send me your WhatsApp messages on 2846536. You can also send me an email at laurajapierre@gmail.com. Now, some of you have already been sending your messages, and I want to say hello to Quill and the Labristil Pan project, who is very proud to be playing your song No Code at Panorama, and they were the first runner up last year.
Nice.
And in 2016 they won. They actually won.
Yeah.
So they're coming back this year to reclaim their crown.
Oh Lord, if No Code, you're right.
Yes, with No
You're
Code.
right.
So yeah, man, No Code,
I
they're letting it
appreciate
all
that.
out there,
I
and they're
appreciate that.
a fantastic group of young players,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that's the beautiful thing about it, because they come out there and people just think those kids again,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
them
yeah,
cheering
yeah,
again.
yeah.
That was actually that was their tag last year, them cheering again.
Them cheering again.
Them cheering again.
I like
so
that.
you know, yeah. So I wonder what it's going to be this year. But yeah, they're very honored to be playing
Yeah.
your song. They're very honored
Thank
to be
you.
playing
I
your song.
appreciate it. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. I appreciate
Somebody
it.
asked, how did you get the name? But how did you come up with the name Euphoria?
Euphoria is the general feeling of what happens when you feel an excitement, you feel, you know, energetic, you feel loved. It's a bunch of mixed emotions in one, and when you look at what it means, that's just
Yeah,
how it is.
it's
That's
how
what-
I feel
it's
when
how
I
you
when I
feel
get
when
yeah,
you hear.
and that's exactly the feeling that is evoked. You,
Yes.
When you get there, you leave floating on air.
Yes,
like you
like
don't
you're
want to
on a cloud,
leave.
you're on a
Yeah,
cloud
yeah,
nine,
yeah,
you're on a
yeah,
cloud
yeah,
kind of vibe. So
yeah, absolutely.
that's what actually stuck, you know.
Yeah.
With us, and we just appreciate people actually giving us a chance to do it, and like you said, the excitement in the air, you know, this time around is
It's amazing.
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 Yeah.
Because on Saturday when I went to the Queen. Okay, when we went to the Queen show, my number to WhatsApp is 284-6536. That's 284-6536. And and after you had performed, everybody was like, the buzz was, you're going to Euphoria. And I remember asking a few people, and they're like, for sure. There were a few people who had never been and wanted to attend.
that's why I like.
Yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
like.
So that's why it keeps growing, because you always have people.
Yeah.
We have our first caller online. You're on the air. Okay, we lost the caller. Please call back. The number to call is 451-9788. And I know some of you are wondering, how do you win the date? How do you get that ticket to come with me?
Okay, we'll get to y'all just now.
Let me tell you, last year it was amazing. I simply asked people to just tell me why I should choose you. And that was it. And everybody came up with the different reasons. And the person who won actually went one step further and found me and pleaded his case in person.
The man, you see what the man do? The man
He had
declares
alre-
love.
Yeah, man. He had already. Well, not. I don't know about the love part.
How you mean?
he had already sent a message why he was supposed to be the one chosen.
He sing a song too?
And I was no, and I was contemplating. Actually, he was already shortlisted, but when he showed up,
You even shortlisting people do
yeah,
it?
man, shortlist
Yeah,
and everything,
man,
because
nice.
everybody, and I had girls and boys, girls and boys, and let me tell you, I am not discriminating, because this is just what it is. It's just two people, two friends having a great time.
That's right.
You know, this is an opportunity to meet new people, to make new friends, and to take in TJ. You know, this is a forum where he brings people together and share the love.
Yes.
Yeah, share the love.
That's what it is. We ain't holding
Yes.
back from anybody.
No, we're not holding back.
and-
And for that reason, we're not discriminating
Nah.
on gender.
Nah.
So it could be a guy, again this year, it could be a girl. So let's hear it, why you think I should take you to Euphoria with
And
me.
for those of you who've never been, they can get the tickets at Anthony's Jewelers.
Yes.
Right? In Castries and up north, and all M&C drugstore
Right.
outlets.
And
Yeah.
how much are the tickets?
Well, it's $80 now. It was $55 before, but you know that gone like
That gone,
you know,
like
that
hot bread.
You know, sorry, you know. So.
We have a call online. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
What's your question again?
I'm sorry?
I didn't.
You didn't have the question. Oh, she
Hello?
wants to know how to win a date. It's not a question. You just have to tell me why I should take you.
Yeah.
But the
That
line
is
dropped.
what. So call us and tell us, why should Laura take you, you know, on her vibe on a Thursday night?
Yeah, you know, on a
You know,
Thursday
yeah, how
night,
you
you know,
mean?
I come in
What
all the
make
way
you
from
feel-
South.
yes,
Yeah.
the girl
What
coming-
makes you
yeah.
special?
How you mean?
Why should you come with me to Euphoria? And listen, you're not just coming.
Just
and
so
then,
you know.
just come in and then
Yeah.
you just disappear on your own
Nah,
vibe and
they think
whatever.
they're smart. They think they're
yeah,
smart.
they
You
want to
need to
come with their
communicate.
crew. Yeah,
Yeah,
just want to
yeah.
get in and then you just
Not inside here.
No,
Not there.
not gonna
Nah,
happen.
No, not at all. Not today.
gonna
Not
happen.
today. Not today. I'll be in my
No,
life.
yeah. There you go. There you go. Because you know what? The following week, I will be venting. So
Yes,
you
that's
don't want
right.
that. You don't want that.
That's
so
right.
just call us and tell us why you think you should be my date on Thursday night. Or if you don't want a ticket and you already have a ticket, just call us and let us know what you think about Euphoria and what your experience has been over the years. It's been 6 years. This is the 6th year.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Good evening. I just want to say to TJ and his crew, thank you for giving cancers the best birthday gift that we get every year. Euphoria is my gift to myself every year. And TJ,
Thank you.
I can't miss it no matter what.
Thank you, my
There
brother.
you
Thank
go.
you,
There
thank
you
you
go.
very much. We appreciate that. See you on
Yeah, man.
Thursday.
I've been from 1 to 5, and I'm not missing 6 either.
Boy. So you've been there from inside Getty?
From Gaty.
In the
Alright.
galvanized? Boy. So you're there from Catanasifas?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, my brother. Blessings.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
calling. And that's the thing. There are people who have been following you from
Yeah.
day one.
You know what I like too? People you didn't come to one, you got another one and brought somebody else.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. We have another
Yeah.
call online. You're on the air.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Hello.
Laura and her guest.
Yes,
Yes.
how are you?
I'm okay. Why I would like to be your partner on or your friend on Thursday.
Yeah,
Yes.
give it to her.
For me to meet his what's his name? The gentleman there with you.
The
TJ.
gentleman, and you don't even know my name, and you tell
You
you.
want to meet TJ? I forget.
I always like seeing him and the way he talks is at the tip of his tongue. I want to meet him. I know you'll be close to him, so I want to meet him.
So you like the way I talking at the tip of my tongue?
Yes.
Ray.
She wants to meet TJ. And what's your name? Because we're not selecting the person now. We have to hear everybody
Yeah, we have
and
to hear
then
everybody.
give you a call. So you need to,
Okay.
maybe you can stay online and then you can give the producer your name
My
and
number-
your
my
number.
name and
Yes,
number.
yes, please. Your name and number.
So the reason is that you want to meet the fella that talk at the
That's
tip of
because-
his tongue. That's what. So I said, okay, let's go.
Okay.
Thank you, love.
Yes, so she wants to meet. She
Yes.
wants to meet the headliner.
mean?
You know,
Yeah.
there you
what
have
I
it.
mean.
There you
I
have it.
mean.
Anybody else? Just give us a ring 4519788, or you can send us a WhatsApp message on 284-6536. Somebody says, "Good night, great show, loving the vibes. Big up, TJ."
Thank you thank you
Yes,
very much.
yes,
For all information on Euphoria, of course, you can follow Euphoria Land, on Instagram and Facebook, and also you can get information from me as well at Teddyson John, TEDDYSON I wanna
Say that again and take it
TEDDY.
slow.
Yeah, sorry. You can follow Euphoria Land, of course, on Instagram and Facebook, and also you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Teddyson John. Yeah.
We have another call online.
Good evening.
Good
I
evening.
would really like to accompany you. I have never been, and I feel so excited. I'm in my living room, and I'm sweating. I'm dancing.
You
away.
sweating already, Gogo?
Excited. I really want to be there.
The show haven't started and you sweating already?
Yeah. And I sweat in far less than
Boy,
like what would
boy,
happen.
boy.
I have never been. I'm really excited about it.
Her voice want to make me cry. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so again, give your name to the producer, your name and, and your number, and then we'll give you a ring
Thank you.
if you were to
Yeah.
win. Yeah. Great. So she's never been, and we got that a lot last year. We got that a lot last year. To
Yeah.
people had never been and they wanted to be, they wanted to go, they wanted to be the first. And I guess a lot of people, they've never been and they're kind of skeptical about whether I should spend $80 to go and then I don't enjoy myself
It's
and
the
that kind
best
of thing.
$80 you'll
But
ever spend.
trust me, it is the best $80 that you will spend.
Yeah.
It is actually the best $80 that you will spend. So if you have never been, and not everybody can win this prize.
Yeah.
But you really should take it in because you're missing out on a lot.
Wow.
You're missing out on a
it's
lot.
There are a couple of people that contributed to a lot of the music being the way it is, this year. We have a call.
We have a call. Thank you
Okay.
for calling. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
Uh-oh, that person is shy.
Hello.
Okay, so you will call back? We can't hold the line.
They go call back. Junior!
They go
They
call
go
back.
call back. I
yes,
feel like
yes.
Junior! Yes. But I had, there's a lot
Yes.
of people in terms of like.
We have a
they
call?
go back?
Yes. Good night. You're on
Hi,
the air.
good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hello.
My name is Laverne Moore, and I've never been to Euphoria. I have a girlfriend who always go everywhere should be there and encourage me to come, and I never get around going to it. But sitting here listening to the two of you, I am sold.
You're so wow.
I'm
Nice.
telling you,
I'm
is
sold.
Laura
I will be
testimony?
there. Whether you give me a free ticket or not, I will be there.
I like to hear that.
I
I like
love
to hear
that.
that.
I
I
love
like to hear
that.
that.
We appreciate that.
I am sold. I am sold.
And
Oh my God.
and I
I'm
bet
looking
you,
forward to that so much.
And I bet you, from the time you come and you experience what it is, it's an experience. From the time you get to experience that, you're going to be locked with us, until. I guarantee you that. So if it's your
Absolutely.
first time,
Absolutely.
you're going to have an amazing
My
time.
first time, I wasn't sure what to expect.
Wow.
And trust me,
Yeah.
I have never been late for
Caller, you ain't that
Euphoria.
testimony there,
I have
caller.
never been late because that first time
My
I was
girlfriend
late.
always asks
Won't be
me,
late
let's
again.
go.
Also, how long
Let's
your girlfriend
go,
been
let's
telling
go.
you that? How long your girlfriend been telling you that?
Well, it's like I've known her for about 4 to 5 years, and every year she's telling me about
So
it's
almost from the
Euphoria,
beginning,
Euphoria
yes.
party.
Yes. So 4 to
And
5 years, you
never
get a stone.
I never get about going. I say, Emma, I'm not interested. I don't too like.
Well, this time, and trust me, I think this year is going to be epic. The lineup is fantastic. The repertoire is
yeah.
Yeah. It's
amazing,
beautiful.
and I can just imagine what the production is going to be
I
like.
am
It
sitting
never
here
fails.
listening to the two of you, and like I already.
I telling you,
She's
go and-
ready, she's
yeah,
ready.
go and get your white because it's an all white.
It's all white, yes. It's an all white
white,
party.
So you need
Yes,
to come in.
I know. I don't have to go and get nothing. I have it. I don't have
You
my.
right,
in
my
head
girl.
already.
She have it in her head already.
You right,
Yeah,
my
man.
girl. So that in your mind.
I
So it in your mind.
ready. I don't think about what I wear and everything.
Very good. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to give our producer your name and number, and then when we get everybody together, we'll select somebody. So give your name and number to our producer.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. Thank you so much for calling.
I wish somebody would call and if you sing the first line of sing the first verse of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sing the
Actually,
first,
yeah, let me see how
Sing
that
the
goes.
first verse
The first
of
verse
Vent
of Vent.
for
Because you
me.
know,
Yeah.
that has
Yeah.
just edged Mile High.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and
Take it
Mile
out,
High
take
is,
it out.
yeah, Mile High is
Mile High was
there.
real high for you, eh?
But Jay,
Yeah.
let me tell you, whoa, my kids will tell you, Miss, you really want us to sing
I
that song?
appreciate it.
Yes.
I
They want to
appreciate
sing Ali, I want them to sing Mile High.
Lord.
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
gosh.
Oh, Lord.
But amazing. It's just, your repertoire is just so vast
Thank
now,
you. Thank
TJ,
you.
that it's like every song that comes
Thank
out
you.
is like, okay, wow, another one,
Thank
another
you.
one.
Thank you.
We have another call online.
Hello.
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 Uh-oh.
Junior.
You like that?
I feel like I
What job, Junior, tonight?
Yeah, I feel like I talk to.
What job, Junior,
Where's
tonight?
Oki?
Okay, so I think this person, I think maybe there might be a little bit of a technical difficulty.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
a couple of times this has happened. The person is on the line. Hi, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
We're not hearing. Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
now we can hear you.
Oh, okay, great.
Well, not the first, but yeah. Let's hear you.
Yeah, well, I'm literally just tuning in, and as far as I know, I'm supposed to give a reason.
Yes.
That's why
But
I
TJ
could
just,
attend
but you could
Euphoria with.
you just tuned in, but TJ just, elevated it a little bit. He just
Yeah,
shifted
just
it.
elevating there.
Yeah, and he's asked for you to sing the first verse. So you have to tell the reason why you
Okay.
think it should be you, but you also have to sing the first verse of Vent.
All right, let's start with probably the reason why.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
start there first. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll be honest right out the bat.
Uh-huh.
The ticket is not for me. The ticket, if I am lucky enough to win it, would be for my 9-month pregnant girlfriend.
Ah.
He has been dying to attend Euphoria.
Uh-huh.
Send me a number. I will WhatsApp you her picture. I'll WhatsApp you her belly right now.
People,
I'm not even sure if you're
people,
still
what
in
you're
that
not
room for the
hearing.
belly.
No. The viewers at home not hearing that.
No,
Producer saying,
let's just be
that's
honest.
not working.
Hold on. The producer said that ain't working. You say you WhatsApp in her belly for me?
I WhatsApp in the belly for
You
you. Let me tell you.
Yes. You WhatsApp.
Okay, she's been dying
Yeah.
to go. Uh-huh.
She would like to go. It's getting pregnant was a great thing for us, but then I guess the timing.
Yeah,
the timing kind of it made it a little bit delicate. So,
Yeah.
here's this opportunity, and I think
So you,
that is something
so you
that
would
you would
send
like
your
me for.
9 months, you would send your 9-month-old pregnant girlfriend
Imagine
to
that. Imagine that.
Euphoria
That's how
without
badly she
you?
wants to see TJ and the Euphoria cast.
Without you?
Well,
You'll be
yeah,
there.
whatever
You
I
buying
can
a
do
ticket
for the
and
lady,
come.
I
No.
will do.
You have to buy a ticket. If baby come, let me tell you, I screaming like a little girl.
That's what it?
I
Oh,
screaming
but
and
TJ, they have ambulance there.
They have ambulance there, you're right. That sounding suspect, you know.
You don't stand by. Let me tell you something. That could be a push for Euphoria, you know.
the Euphoria baby.
So that's how Euphoria-
Euphoria baby.
Euphoria, and she, how many months? She 9 months?
9 months.
9 months.
That
And I
ju-
just thought of a good idea. I
My
never
brother, so that
realized.
means the baby can happen right there in VIP?
Yeah, but here's the best part. Here's the best part. Here's the best reason why. Let's say by some miracle she gives birth that night. The baby's name will be Euphoria.
What? Boy, you good. Oh girl wanted to break in my concert.
Euphoria
At least the
baby.
middle name.
Are you for your baby?
Euphoria baby.
What?
That would be a first.
That would be a first.
That would be a first.
But I never hear an excuse like that. We have to go down.
Yeah,
never-
I write on everything. 9
What?
months pregnant girlfriend
9 months
and
pregnant.
Euphoria
The last
baby.
wish before she goes up the road.
Her last
Last
wish
week-
before she go up. So okay, what?
Yeah.
Boy, you good, my brother? You good? Eh? You should have the
That's it.
producers inside
Hey,
it.
Remember, I can still WhatsApp you the belly. So
You can
Yeah,
WhatsApp the belly. Send the picture. What's the WhatsApp number?
2846536.
284. I want to see the belly.
The producer say, "Oh, we're buying that one." So anyway, so we got that out of the way. So are you ready to sing the first verse of Vent?
Yeah, don't play you going just so.
I have to sing the first verse too.
Yeah, you know the song? You know the song?
I know a chorus.
What's the chorus? But what's the
Well,
chorus?
sing the chorus.
Which one you want? You want Vent or you want Ali? Which one you
We
want?
want,
Vent,
no.
Vent.
Ali already.
Ale, go
Vent.
already. Vent.
All right. So Vent, I think it goes something like Pali, Ali, Pali, 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 Pali. That's as much as I can give you.
That's
And I know it has a good melody. I know it has a really good,
It's a really good
carefree
melody.
Yeah.
We let that pass it because
Yeah.
the excuse you give that I
What,
never
say,
hear
that's
somebody
an
say-
original.
That's original.
That's
eh?
original.
9 months old. That's original. You
So,
good?
so what to do?
Yeah.
Give the producer your name and number, and we're waiting to see the WhatsApp because that one he will have a say.
Yeah,
in that
the
one.
Give me the number again. Give me the number again.
284-6536.
Junior!
28453.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right. So you'll give him
Okay.
your name and number. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Wow, that was an original.
Boy,
We've never had this one. A Euphoria baby.
A Euphoria baby. So somebody
Euphoria
want to go
baby.
break on the night.
What? I
Y'all want to
screaming,
come out?
I running, huh?
Y'all want to come out?
You know what? I'll be wearing flats. That is
it's beautiful.
amazing.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yes.
You see what you're causing?
Excitement.
You see what you're
In the
causing?
carnival,
You
it's
know,
beautiful.
somebody wants to have a Euphoria
Yes,
baby.
yes,
Just
it's
like
beautiful.
that.
Let me tell you some things that happen there, you know. Yeah.
Boy,
it's beautiful.
boy.
I'm
TJ,
excited.
just run the cast again for
Yeah,
us.
of course. We
Imported
have, yes,
and local
That's
grown.
right. We have our national. They're local. We have our national acts.
Yeah, man.
You understand the band DYP with Arthur.
Yes.
We got Shemi J. We got Black Boy. We got Pringles and Wildfire. You understand? DYP is there. Of course, the regional acts, international acts. We got Marvy from Barbados, Turner from Trinidad. Voice from Trinidad, we got Blacks from Trinidad, Cohen, and we have a special. Somebody just might pop up on the night because people that just like to pop up.
Well, it's true,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
true.
So you
we,
never
have,
know.
we have our last
Hello, the
caller.
last
on the-
caller.
You're on the air? Hello?
Good night, Edison.
You make that baby already?
No, I don't make that
Okay,
baby.
sorry. The last caller that called, like, give me a thing there, so that's on my mind. Sorry.
Yes, darling. Talk to us.
Yes. Edison, Vent is what has me sold. I
Wow.
have never been to Euphoria.
Wow.
I would love to attend.
Wow.
So you're selling it to Teddyson, but it's me taking you.
Yeah, and Laura,
It's a winner date with Laura.
And mommy unlocked the babysit. Mommy unlock. I unlocked the babysit for her.
That you going on there, mommy in the back there?
Yes.
Mommy in the back, yeah, mommy in the back.
Oh my
Mommy
God.
says she unlocked to babysit. What? So you've never been to
my
Euphoria?
No, never.
So this year, your song is Vent. That's your favorite song?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
I truly appreciate that. What do you love about it?
Yes. Please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch.
No, that's my favorite line.
That's my line there, my girl.
God don't put you to watch me.
Girl,
Yeah,
that
man.
is my line.
Yes,
that is my
yes,
line.
yes.
You understand? It's the truth.
Yes, that's mommy own.
That little one in the
I hear the
background.
little one there, so.
So let me ask you: Are you prepared to sing the first verse of Vent?
I don't remember all
What
the
you remember?
words for the...
Sing what you remember, because I do it all the time and I put in my own words. Or sing the chorus if that's easier for you. The line dropped.
Oh Lord, the line drop. Miss, I tell you, put credit on your phone. Put credit.
Yes.
Okay.
And that was our last caller.
Oh, Lord.
And I don't know if I don't know if our producer got the number. We didn't get a number. But you can also send me a WhatsApp message, because I have some WhatsApp messages that I also have to go through after the show. Those persons who sent WhatsApp messages as to why they should be the ones selected. So the number to WhatsApp is 284-6536, and we actually close that at midnight tonight.
Yeah.
So even after we leave the show, you can still send me your messages to tell me why you think that you should be the one to join me at Euphoria. And so the number to WhatsApp, not to call, but to WhatsApp is 284-6536, and that was our last caller for the evening. Teddison,
thank you for having me.
take us home.
Time does normally pass by when
Just
we having
fly,
fun.
fly.
I just wanna invite everybody to Thursday. Come have the time of your life. You know, that's the only show that you don't have to worry about what kind of Friday. People
Hold on,
they go.
There's somebody calling.
The
WhatsApp number. It is a WhatsApp number. You cannot call the number. So you send the WhatsApp, not call, okay? Because I will not be responding to that. So send the WhatsApp, yeah? Yes.
Yes. So come have the time of your life on Thursday. Make sure you get there early. You understand? I say Friday is a holiday. Don't tell your boss I say that. Don't get me there. They go just delete that after the show finish. But make sure you come out. Everybody for the support and the love for the music this year. Come out and see something amazing. Come out to this experience. For those of you who've been rocking with me from the get-go, from Gate-E, till now. And we made a lot of friends along the way. I appreciate you. I thank you. And for those of you just rocking with us, you understand, welcome. You understand, you're going to have an amazing time. We appreciate the feedback. We appreciate the love. I want to thank everybody, my team, my band, my family at home watching, just everybody, friends, both here and abroad, watching. I appreciate you. And come out on Thursday. See you on Thursday. Hey!
Yes.
I'm telling you, please don't judge me, because God don't put you to watch me. Hey, He don't like ugly. So tell them, keep their eyes on me. That's it.
I love it. I love it. I love
yes.
it. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And that's my favorite line,
Thank
really.
you, thank
The
you.
God don't put you to
That's
judge
right.
me.
They're in your wall. They're in your wall.
In your
Don't in your face. Yes.
And this is where we end our show tonight with our wonderful, versatile Mr. Teddison, T.J. John. I mean, isn't it wonderful? Isn't he amazing? And the best part about it is that he's so humble. He's, every time I compliment him, and it's not a compliment really, it's just a statement of fact. Thank you. And he's blushing. Yeah, Teddison John blushing. But it's amazing, Teddy. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for putting on Euphoria, you and your team. I think
yes.
it's one of the things that is a staple now.
Yes.
And our calendar of
Carnival
activities for Carnival.
Yeah.
And thank you for taking entertainment to another level.
Yes, thank
that
you.
level
Thank
that you
you.
keep surpassing.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
The entire team, we can't do it alone.
Yes,
I have a strong support system.
Dahlia, I know you're watching, trying to
yeah.
watch and trying to get everything. Thank you so much for not introducing Teddison, but making him that household name, bringing that production, you and your team, your brother and everybody else that's behind the scenes, working feverishly to make this happen. Thank you guys so much. I know that without you guys, Teddison would not be the name or the person that we know him to be.
Yeah.
It takes a team to
make it happen.
Yeah, to make it happen. So thank you guys so much for that. And for you watching at home, see you next week when we will have yet another bumper show. So stay tuned. Bye-bye for now.
People have no idea what you do, they don't know who you are, but yet still they talk about you. Do good, they going to talk. Do bad, they going to talk. They're gonna talk regardless. So what are you gonna do? You gonna stop doing you? I don't think so.
Yo, Teddy, say what you want to say.
Something on my chest, I want to express it. Let me ask you a question. Can I say what I want to say? I want to say what I want to say. Can I say what I want to say? I really want to say it. People don't know yet, but they won't judge you. They talking about you. Must be something about you. Smile in your face and talking you bad and making up things that far from the facts. Why you talking and talking and talking about me? Talking about me. I'll be pressing on, doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me. Off of me, off of me, off me, off of me, off of me. Keep on talking, yo capale, vale, 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 vale. Talk me, yo vale, 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 vale. Keep on talking. You think it easy? They bad mind and envy. Take a walk in my shoes, then let me hear you. They play insane and talking you bad and talk go bring talk that far from the facts. Why you talking and talking and talking about me? Talking about me. I'll be pressing on, doing my thing. I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes on me. Off of me, off me, off me, off of me. Keep on talking. Yo capale, vale, 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 vale. Hear me talking. Yo vale, 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 vale. Keep on talking. Can I say what I want to say? I wanna say what I want to say. Can I say what I want to say? I really wanna say it. At the back of your mind, you want to say this sometimes. Let me say what I want to say. I really wanna say it. I'm begging you, please don't judge me. Go